Welcome. Yo, check it out, people. What's good? It's another Sunday night, baby, and we on the line live. That's right. I said it backwards. I could do that shit though. That's what I do. Yo, listen, people. What's good, man? It's another Sunday night. Yo, we back on the line. We got a full house over here, full screen. We got a couple people on. Thank you guys so much once again. Yo, listen. I started drinking this drink, man. I don't know what the fuck I put in it, but it must have had magic powers because I already feel twisted.
What is it? It looks good.
I mean, I got some Kool-Aid. Y'all made some cherry Kool-Aid earlier, and I just wanted it. Like I usually drink nothing but water like on the regular, but I just wanted some cherry Kool-Aid, and I mixed it with this Bacardi shit that I mixed a whole bunch of stuff in. I'm a mixer, yo. I mix everything. I don't give a fuck. And then as long as it does the job, I'll do it all.
Basically.
Yo. But yeah, we got a new guest with us. You see, we gonna introduce this guest and stuff like that. We got CA back. We got JD the Move. We're gonna talk about some shit tonight, guys. Of course, the first thing I gotta do is introduce you guys to what we doing. And if you don't know, this will tell you a little bit more.
This is a breaking news report. Breaking news.
People, it's time to get live on the line.
We go live every Sunday, 9 p.m. That's right, where we talking everything that we want to talk about because the week's been long and we going into a new week. And yo, when you get older, let me just tell y'all something right now. Listen, I don't know what the fuck if it's just me, but yo, days, time, everything go like that, man. It's like I was just saying to myself, it was just the Super Bowl. It was just Super Bowl. We were doing a 7-hour damn podcast pretty much, and we Sunday night again live. You know, how y'all feel, man? Is it just some old people shit?
Yep.
It just time goes fast and you get old, yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does.
Too fast.
Motherfuckers waiting for paychecks every damn. You have 2-week checks. You waiting for the motherfuckers to process.
Wait a minute. No.
Okay,
We're waiting for direct deposits now. We're in our 30s, okay?
That's true. You're right about that. Remember going to the check cashing places? Fucking waiting in line on a Friday. Yo, for real. I remember
going to the
shit.
supermarket to cash that check.
Hell yeah. Trying to get it cashed at the register at this little supermarket job, whatever. Listen, bro. We know all that shit. But speaking of money, let's go ahead and pay a couple bills because we got some sponsors on the Beeline, and I want to make sure they understand that we sponsoring them so they keep sponsoring us. Yo, but check out sponsors.
People, check out these amazing promotions that we have this week on the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. And if you're interested in promoting on our shows, we want to see it. We know you have amazing content. Just hit us up. Send us a message. We there. Check it out. People, the Beeline Entertainment, LLC is proudly sponsored by Round Guys Brewing Company. That's right. Get amazing crafted beers shipped straight to you. Round Guys Brewing Company. Check them out today at the link below. People, check out my man Philly D on the I'm Telling You podcast. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe today. It's a great show. I'm telling you.
He said it.
Philly D. What about Philly D? Check out the Philly D. I'm Telling You podcast. We also got one more sponsor, brand new sponsor. We're talking about Dubby. That's right. Get more Dubby. You know why? Dubby gives you energy. If you're tired of spending all that money on them little canned drinks, some little skinny little can, let that shit start. A little skinny little can barely give you anything. Go get you a canister, baby, of Dubby energy drink mix, and you put it in your water in the morning. Gives you enough energy to power you through your day, enough energy to be like your boy Brian B, and give you more power. That's right. If you're doing gaming, if you're doing content creation, whatever you're doing, it's going to give you the energy to do it. Make sure you enter that promo code Brian B NRG, baby. Check out that www.gg.com. Trust me, I'm sorry, not .com, w.gg, and I'm just gonna give you some more power there. Yo, all right, we paid the bills. Let's talk about some shit, yo. Hey, room, what's going on, guys? I'm introducing our newest member. We got Miss Kia Donetta.
Welcome.
Good, what's good?
What up?
Thank you for joining us. Kia. As you can see, we get live. I am super amped on the regular. This is not an act or a routine. I have not rehearsed. It's just my ass. That's how it is. JD the Mouth, what's going on, brother?
Chilling.
Another week,
Another
bro.
day, another dollar.
Flying by. And of course, we got Miss C.A. Kanuba, regular. CA is always on with us. What's going on, CA?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
Same old.
Pretty regular, man. You know what I mean? Like I was just saying, like it's constant. Like, you know, these weeks are just going by super fast, man. And if I don't know, like right now it's the middle stage where it's not really even the middle of the year yet, but it's like the middle stage where it's like the holidays are over, all the excitement of that stuff is done. You get into February, it's the new year, it's not really that new anymore. It's like we start getting like regular at this point. Like, you know, February, March, and April are like regular. There's not a lot going on. Everybody like, you know, got any big plans, anything going on, any vacations or anything like that?
I mean, I do my monthly comedy show, and I have a big thing in April 9th. It's 1 year anniversary for something, but I'll tell more about that later. So
that's what's up. What about you, Kia? What you been doing these next couple of months? Anything planned? Any vacations? Quitting your job?
I wish. I'm trying to maybe go to Jamaica in May, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part?
I don't even know. Somewhere that's all inclusive.
Smart.
That's what's important, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that's right.
Shit. Whatever's free. That's my shit. Hey, what is the pack? I'll buy a whole package and just whatever the price is, wherever I'm going. It's $100. All right, yeah, I'll go wherever. I'll be in the fucking the getting robbed by the kids. What's that place in Brazil? Where the kids come up robbing you? I don't think that can happen to me, yo. Because I'll hit a kid. I'll hit a kid without even thinking about it. I'll smack the shit out of some little kid with a little knife that they made in their basement and shit. Like, fuck you. I'm murdering you for you robbed me. But listen, yo, I'm always excited. One thing I wanted to kind of discuss, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we already got like a couple likes on the thing, and I'm seeing the hearts. You know, Valentine's Day was this week, and what I was noticing, man, I don't know if I'm just knowing a lot of lonely ass fucking people or something, but yo, why is like celebrating Valentine's Day and like, you know, caring about, you know, showing love to the one you with or whatever, so like, you know, over dramatized now? Like people try to make a big deal if you're trying to, you know, celebrate Valentine's Day. When did it become like bad? You know what I'm talking about? Like you see all the posts and shit like that. Oh, fuck everybody on Valentine's Day. Like, damn. Like,
like
who hurt you guys?
Feel guilty for like
For having somebody, yeah.
Bro, it's really weird, man. I was looking at it a lot. What do you think,
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's just a Hallmark holiday. That's all.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of frowned upon because it's just like you should be doing these things for your partner year round, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I definitely do get that. And I mean, I understand it in every context. You know, people say it about every day, like Christmas, New Year's, whatever. You know, well, not New Year's. Yeah, New Year's just fucking. If you want to make your own New Year's, I don't know what's wrong with you. But you love your person all the time. You know, you probably buy your person stuff all the time. But I don't find nothing wrong with whoever you like. You know, I don't find nothing wrong with having the day and just kind of like enjoying the fact that you celebrate and like, hey, I'm in love. I got my wife. I got my girlfriend. Let me go out and take her to dinner this day. I don't know. I love that shit. You know? Yeah. See, I know you against you're not on that fucking shit at all. But Jay, let's go around the room real quick. What you think about Valentine's Day and what did you do this Valentine's Day? Let's go ahead and add that into it.
We ain't do shit.
You're married. You know, let's put it out there too. You're married. So you've been married. You and Ebony been married for what, 5-6 years now?
About to be 8 already.
That's
Just work schedules. We ain't do nothing. We celebrated a little bit on the weekend, but
yeah,
plus money being tight.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, we've been together for as long as we have. We in love. We celebrate this shit all the time. So one day out the year to miss that one day, not gonna lose no sleep.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
That's that shit when you were in middle school when you had your crush. And you had to buy each person. You had to pick the name out the hat, and whatever the fuck person you got, whether hopefully for you, if you liked the boy or girl, you got what the fuck you liked.
Yeah.
Had to buy them the chocolate candy and shit, and cards.
I love that shit. What about you, CA?
Fun.
What did you do for this this Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm in a committed relationship with my vibrator, so we celebrated accordingly. I'm my favorite person to fuck, so you know.
Listen, no hate here.
Self-love is important.
Is its name Vibrator, or does he or she have a fucking name?
I don't pick pet names for sex toys. It's just a vibrator. But I know it's a love that'll last forever because it doesn't take batteries. It's a rechargeable.
Oh shit!
Don't gotta be a pet. Name that shit Jose.
Until it dies on you. Until it dies and leaves you stranded.
I buy them in twos. I buy them in twos, Jacob. Got me.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
You
got a backup quarterback.
You prepared as hell.
Right.
Yo, we're gonna talk about that. That's actually a good thing. I want to talk about that for a second. We're gonna talk about that. Kia, what'd you do with Valentine's Day? Did you have anybody that you celebrate with? Are you interested in it, or are you not really too big on it?
Well, I had to work, but I got a couple. You know, I got some gifts, but we went out yesterday, but it wasn't no big deal. Like everybody was like, "Oh, what you doing? What you doing?" I'm like, not that much. Like it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
Go out to eat.
That's what it is. I mean, I don't think it's like when people over exaggerate. I guess either way, for me, it's like, you know, I'm a holidays dude. I love the holidays, man. I understand the concept of like, why are you just so worried about this one day? It's not so much about being worried about it. It's just the fact that it's like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. I would love to go buy my baby some chocolates and a fat card. One day I bought IT Tip. I bought her a big old card. I didn't even plan it. Honestly, I was walking by and I saw that big ass card. I was like, all right, she's gonna hate this shit. I'm gonna buy it for her, and she loved it. It's not anything that like, oh, I could do this any day. You know, it's just like, it's just something special, you know. And I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy the little, you know, holiday part of it or whatever. But Heidi Tip, she don't even celebrate holidays, so I just be like, you know, giving it to her. Like, hey, it's here. Hey, I love you, baby. But I enjoy it. I mean, we didn't do anything either, though. Like Jay said, I mean, money's been tight. I've been working on this business thing. We've been kind of getting some stuff together. We're waiting on them taxes, bro. Everybody waiting on taxes. I can wait them taxes come in, yo. So to tell you, yo, this is Christmas for the parents. You're absolutely right, man. Isn't it a damn shame? Like, you got to fucking wait for one time out the year to get the money that you want to get, and you busting your ass all damn year, bro. I mean, I'm happy that we get it, but, you know, every year you always hear the damn scare story. They try to fucking terrorize us. Oh, did you hear? There's always somebody on Facebook or something. Did you hear you won't be getting them when you think you're getting them this year? Gonna fuck your whole life up. Shut up. How do you know?
Like, well, Yahoo said.
But a lot of people money's been messed up though because of 2020, like something with the W-2s or whatever. Like a lot of people didn't really get the money that they thought they was going to get.
It's probably from that check that we got. What the hell was that check called?
That stimulus shit.
It's that shit. We all was afraid that they was going to take that shit back.
Nah, mine was good. I ain't fucking had no issue. But, you know, I got kids too. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I bust my ass every fucking month. That's the thing about having kids. People renting kids and shit. Hey, how many kids you got?
Yeah, food stamps too. Those emergency food stamps. I had to fight for mine, but, you know, when you got a .gov email, shit happens for you, okay?
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you because I really like right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like everybody knows, I've been talking about it a lot. I've just transitioned. I'm working on the Beeline, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm trying to get my shit. You know, I'm still starting. You know what I mean? I'm not like fucking, you know, bragging in the riches and shit yet. But so I'm trying to like, you know, maintain, do what I got to do and shit like that or whatever. And I wish I could get food stamps and stuff, yo. Every time I try to apply for something like that, they always tell us we make too much money. You know, one job or not. The craziest shit about it is they always factor in like your gross pay, and they don't like how the fuck is that even like reasonable?
Stupid, bro. We're not in Delaware.
Bills and shit. So like, I make $3,000 a month, but if I'm paying $1,100, $1,200, $1,400 for my rent alone plus other bills, like, bro, I need help. You know?
I live in my car so I can get fucking food stamps. Yeah, I don't understand it, bro.
They gave out emergency like PEBT cards, and for if you had kids, like for me, that shit.
Yeah,
was
we
low.
Got that. Oh
like,
yeah, we got
that. Food stamp card?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
if I wasn't broke, I would have been buying like lobster and shit like everybody else got a PBT card, man. That shit pisses me off when they go into, you know, local grocery stores and they're buying like fucking milkshakes and fucking candy and cakes. And I'm like, bitch, I have 3 bags of ramen noodles left until Friday. You know?
I'll tell you. No bullshit. No, you're preaching to the crowd. Yo, CA, has anybody here ever worked at like a grocery store or anything like that? like Walgreens, anything, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
Walmart, Target.
For like 8 months.
I worked at Walmart.
Listen,
Yeah,
I used to work at a grocery store overnight. I used to work at ShopRite. You know, all you East Coast people, ShopRite. I used to work.
ShopRite.
I worked at ShopRite for like
Georgia.
3 years, yo. You know, I was a front end manager, and one of the things that I used to see all the time that used to bug me out is just like what you guys are talking about. People who would sit there and come with food stamps, and these motherfuckers would be buying lobster, steak, shrimp. I mean, and then this is the crazy part. This is
salmon.
This is the fucking crazy part. They get done with their $800 order, and you know they'd have kids, whatever. You know what I'm saying? $800 order, and then you get the ticket at the end that shows you how much you got left and everything like that. When I tell you, I've seen tickets with $3,000, fucking 20, $500 in cash, you know, this and that. And I'm looking at this shit like, damn, how the fuck do you do this shit?
And it's hard to get the cash part too. Like you gotta really.
That shit is impossible.
And they're the people who also have fucking housing and they're paying like they're out there living bad and bougie. And it's like, well, I would be bad and bougie too if I paid $75 a fucking month for where I lived. What?
Spending all your income on what's it called, and that's not taking anything away from the people who are actually like struggling and trying to make it and trying to do what they got to do and everything like that or whatever. Not taking anything away from people like that, but like you said, CA, there's a lot of people out there who are fucking popping out kids. You know, every year they got fucking routine birthdays that are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their kids are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like a fucking ruler and shit, but. It's crazy because, you know, there's people out there who are just single parents. Maybe they broke up. Maybe they got a divorce. You know, like, hey, I can't really get shit going the way that I needed to. And because the system is so abused, man, it's like these motherfuckers be so hesitant on giving anybody help. And that was one thing that I noticed about them checking out your gross pay before any bills or anything to make a determination if you can get it. That shit is ridiculous, man. I don't know how to fucking even fix it or whatever. Hello to the Queen Candy Podcast. How you doing, Candy? We talked earlier. Hope to see you on sometime. Come on and chat with us or whatever. But yeah, man, it's definitely she said it should be every day. I think she was relating to something we said earlier, like Valentine's Day and stuff. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, you know, it's just something that I kind of just thought about while we were talking about it. I mean, I wish I can get something going because food is crazy, especially now. Food is unbelievably expensive, yo. You know, how is everybody kind of maintaining? What, like for 12?
For 18. And that was at like Sam's Club, so like buying in bulk.
Yeah. Sam's Club right now.
$6 a fucking box, yo.
Yeah, man. Everything is fucking gradually went up, man. Even right now with eggs, I mean, eggs, you know, because of the farmers. IT Tip says the farmers aren't, you know, they're not paying the farmers and shit like that or whatever now. So that's the reason why like eggs and stuff like that are kind of crazy. But the thing is, that's crazy that everything has, you know, like at least by like $1. Everything's fucking, you know, dramatically increased. There was like these chips I used to buy. I got kids and I try to make sure, especially like, you know, on regular days, you're always going to buy the shit that you're going to make for dinners. You're always going to buy the stuff that you're going to make the spaghetti and the chickens and stuff like that or whatever. But everybody knows you got them days and you don't feel like doing shit. And you're like, all right, y'all going to have turkey sandwiches and chips or, you know, soup and this and that or whatever. So we try to get that. And I used to go to Kroger or Walmart and stuff and get the fucking bag. They used to have a nice bag of chips for like $1 and shit like that. And it's just $2 now. Doubled in fucking price,
well,
yo.
Imagine how we feel here because in Philadelphia we have the sugar tax. So anything that has sugar in it now has a tax on top of it. Yeah. Like for example, a 2-liter bottle of soda is $5 for a 2-liter. One. Yeah. It's outrageous.
Crazy,
like a 20-ounce bottle of soda is $3, just about. $3.
Don't drink soda. I'll drink from my sink. I'll drink from my sink like a fucking rabbit.
They can't keep me down, B. I need my Pepsi, and I have one right here, actually.
I can't fuck around though, man. It's like it's so crazy because you go with like your regular shopping list that you've had for whatever amount of time, and you go to the store, especially if you got kids and shit, man. And right now, like you just said, there's a holiday week. I don't even know what holiday it is or what is going on or whatever. But I know my kids are off from school
President's Day,
for a week.
I believe.
President's Day. Listen, man, have a fucking sale at the supermarket, okay? So we can buy their snacks and shit. Because one of the best things is, you know, the kids going to school, they get to eat breakfast, they get to eat lunch, and you don't got to, like, you know, spend the money or whatever. But with them home, I got 2 11-year-olds and then a 4-year-old, and they want to eat, man. It's like, when it's time for them to eat, I'm over here trying to think about lunches and shit, and the food goes super fast. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't really know.
Y'all go to Aldi's? Do y'all have Aldi's in y'all
Yeah,
area?
that's the spot.
We go to
Aldi's.
Aldi's used to be the spot, man. I don't agree with that shit anymore. Aldi's used to be the spot. They're not cheap like they used to be, man.
Their cereal cheaper than Walmart still.
They went up.
It did.
You know who is cheap?
Their cereal still cheaper than Walmart. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have it or not. It's called Lidl or Lidl.
Yeah, that's
Lidl.
Yeah, what is that place? I always see that place.
They're
like Aldi's.
Basically.
Yeah, they're like Aldi's. They're the same company.
They're cheap
Okay,
as fuck, man.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, they're the same company as Aldi's. Lidl's has their fucking bakery is amazing. They got pretzels and shit.
Yeah,
like
they got
that.
95 cereal and shit, and I'm on that.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but let's not. I mean, I'm not trying to sound bougie and shit, but Aldi's do got cheap shit, yo. And I remember like when we used to fuck around with Aldi's, we was getting like
95-cent pack of 6 hot dogs.
Them shits, but
there's certain things you can't go cheap on.
Hey, fuck around.
Shit. Back in the day,
you'll get a bowl of all that shit.
Now, fucking back in the day, I'll stand on a street corner for 95-cent fucking hot dogs. The fuck out of here.
Back in the day, listen. When your mother didn't work and your father sold drugs, and there's 4 kids in the crib, you gotta eat what you can eat. It's better than nothing.
But like y'all both saying, you both are absolutely right. But the fact is, like,
I bet
shit is Aldi's was super cheap, and we used to eat them fucking 75-cent packs of hot dogs. But now that I know what I know now,
exactly,
I
now you
regret
don't do
eating
it.
them shit.
But
motherfuckers was made of fingernails and eyeballs, and that's it.
Now we don't eat them shit, but yeah, she in New York City, prices on everything.
Dumb crazy.
Prayers to you.
Dumb crazy.
Dumb
crazy.
I can imagine, I can really imagine, man. Eggs, 12 eggs, a dozen eggs. Yeah, it's fucking $12. Yeah, New York was always like over everybody. Even when we were in Jersey, like, you have cigarettes. I mean, motherfuckers were selling cigarettes in Jersey for it was like $8 a pack, and then I think in New York it was like 13 or 12.
That's what they are here now. 13.
That shit is bananas. I quit. I don't fuck with cigarettes no more, but. Listen, yo, that shit is too much of a habit, man. It's
let me spend $13
because
to
they
fucking
put a
suck
$2
smoke.
cigarette tax on top of it in the city.
But how do they just keep putting all these fucking taxes, just making up taxes to put on shit?
Yeah, like sugar tax.
What are we gonna say?
What's the regulation, yo?
There's no regulation. There's nothing. Like they just keep taxing everything, yo, and there's nothing really we can do about it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Or stop drinking sugary beverages, or stop smoking cigarettes. Like that's your options.
Yeah.
It's not just soda. It's not just soda that's taxed. It's anything that has sugar in it. So that's juice.
That's like everything.
That's everything. Shit.
Yeah.
Because even white bread has sugar in it. I mean, carbs. Yeah, white rice. Everything has sugar in it.
Well, I think it's just beverages.
That shit needs to be the diabetes tax.
What the sugar?
The sugar tax. The fuck?
Getting motherfuckers murdering you and charging you for it.
Yeah, what?
That's everything though. I mean, fucking liquor, everything. Cigarettes.
Do y'all got a
Coke Zero or whatever it was with the fake ass sugar
out there?
in it.
Do they got a high blood pressure tax?
Fuck with that
fucking
shit.
salt.
You gonna die from that shit too. That Coke Zero, them motherfuckers inventing shit. Hey, sugar's bad, so let's invent something that's like sugar that won't be. I'd rather just have sugar.
Just give me the sugar.
Science experiments and shit.
And they don't know that shit worse than the regular one.
That's what it is. It is. That's what people say. Like natural soda.
That's worse than regular soda.
Yep.
That's why I just said stop. Yo, if you're gonna do shit, just fucking stop doing it. Like it sucks, but all these replacements and shit. Like you see the shit with the vegans and shit, motherfuckers frying watermelons to try to make them steaks. Get the fuck out of here.
I've seen it.
I saw cauliflower pizza at the store earlier. I said, if anybody ever brought this shit to my house, I would slap the eyebrows off the cauliflower pizza. I didn't even like look that close at it. I was just insulted immediately.
Some of the cauliflower be hitting
out there. That shit probably good.
No,
some people know how to make that shit taste real
out
good.
there.
Yeah, they
on the East Coast, CA. You on the East Coast, so that shit probably still. You on the East Coast?
It be here. You gotta try it. See,
they made that shit in Atlanta.
No, they
can't
make
regular pizza.
I love cauliflower. Not on my pizza.
No, it's not on it. What they do, they make it like they make the crust,
the crust,
cauliflower.
That shit probably delicious.
It's worse. No thanks.
You on the East Coast?
I'll just be fat and die.
Listen, I'll try it out there. I'll try that shit.
Yo, them motherfuckers started grilling pineapple and watermelon, talking about it was steak. That was the shit that I saw, and mushrooms like it was chicken. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers. I'm not
Super Mario. I don't eat that shit.
Yo, listen, bro.
Mushrooms are disgusting.
I mean, I respect people hustle, but I'm one of them type of people where if you give me a substitute, I'm gonna eat that shit and be mad that I'm eating it, and then go eat the real thing. So it's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
Fucking completely just be disgusted by that shit. But yeah, man. I mean, I was just trying to I don't even know how we started talking about this, but I mean, it's interesting, yo. It's the food prices and food stamps and stuff like that. Like, especially with us with kids, and you got to feed your family. And you can't go to work and spend fucking $500 on food, man. It's difficult. Like in my house, we got to spend at least $400 a month on food. Or you're gonna run out of something. You're gonna run out of cheese. You're gonna run out of milk. So you got to go back to the store and shit. You're gonna run out of fucking fruits and vegetables, which are the most expensive. Like, you got to constantly go to the store, so it's like you constantly got to spend money to eat healthy or whatever, or you just eat fucking
Sam's Club
blue box mac and cheese. I love Sam's Club. And
it's just me and my kid here. I still go to Sam's Club.
It's good.
They definitely taste like dirt, Maria. Definitely nasty shit.
Yeah,
I go to Sam's Club and I break meat down and I put them in little baggies and I label it. I have everything organized up in this bitch. Okay.
If you go to Sam's Club
in Ziploc bags because my son will eat the whole fucking bag.
Yeah, she said she does $1,200 a month on food. God damn, that's like rent.
That's a rent.
You better just live in the refrigerator.
I hope whatever state you in, your governor helping you out heavy.
Yeah, you better sign up for food stamps, rent stamps,
and
gas stamps, OnlyFans,
food assistance. Join the food club with that shit. $1,200 a month.
Feet, girl.
That's crazy.
I told Auntie Tiff that I was gonna make an OnlyFans because I'm like, yo, listen, we gotta get some extra money in this motherfucker.
Unfiltered's better.
$1,200.
I'll be a hand model. I don't give a fuck. The people who like the feet, the motherfuckers who just do the feet. I'll do that shit all day.
I would do that.
I am a girl.
I would do the foot thing.
Not even though, because I have an Unfiltered and I had an OnlyFans. I didn't post any feet or anything like that. I didn't post any nudes, and I still made money. Like on Unfiltered, I made I think $300 in the first week. I don't post nudes.
Oh wow.
The hell you was doing?
Goofy ass creeps.
What the hell were you doing?
Well, I'll post risque pictures. No,
that's saying that's the problem.
Teaser videos with a hand running up a leg, or I'm in pajamas, things like that.
Yo, men,
CA.
we're fucking silly, bro.
Right now, girl, I swear, I'm in the top 1% of creators on Unfiltered.
And motherfuckers stay paying for that shit. That's what's so crazy. Like people just be desperate to see some shit, man. That's one of the worst things about the internet, yo.
Motherfuckers
it's not the fantasy behind it. They could go to Pornhub and see somebody's butthole in HD, but the fantasy behind it, these are everyday people they want to see. They need to know when to post it, but you never know. Is she going to post a titty? Is she going to post her ass? I don't know.
Get a light.
Find out. Will I ever see a titty? It's an ongoing thing to look forward to, whether or not you're going to see it. It's the fantasy behind it.
Yeah, I guess
that shit need to be called lonely fans because them motherfuckers is lonely.
I'm glad I don't have to rely on that kind of life, but I do understand that it is out there. And listen, I'm ready to take advantage of it. So if somebody want to pay to see my feet, I'll put my feet on fucking OnlyFans. I'll get the doctors. Hey, I'll get the doctors hitting me up like, oh shit, you better take care of that. Fucking my whole life.
You get a DM, you get real excited because it's your first day and it's a doctor. Have you gone into the doctors to get that checked out because that does not look normal.
Yup, that's just that'd be my fucking my only fan and shit like that. That'd be the person telling me I'm gonna die from my feet and shit.
Yo,
but
I'm about to do that to fuck with people. I'm gonna like pretend to be a gynecologist and I'm gonna start messaging girls like, hey, I saw that picture of your pussy that you posted. I just want to let you know that you should probably come into the office because it looks like you have, and then I'm going to Google some random something and send it to them.
Listen. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into some shit, yo. One of the stories I wanted to talk about today, since we got two women in the room, I'm not trying to bring it down or anything like that or whatever, but, you know, have you guys all heard that story with the girl who was in the gym at the apartment complex and the guy came into the complex and started attacking her and shit?
And she fucked him up.
Nobody heard about that?
I did.
Yeah, the guy tried to attack her and shit.
Where a guy was going in the woman's locker room, but I didn't know that they attacked her.
Oh, the woman's locker room. Well, damn, there's another one. I didn't even hear about that one or whatever.
Where was this at?
I don't really know exactly where. I'm about to pull a video up or whatever, but
it was at the spot she lived at.
That's why I'm glad you guys are on. Because one of the things that I used to do when I first moved to Georgia, I was on a super health kick, yo. I was fucking working out like twice a day. I was running a mile every single day. I was literally in the gym, and it was at the gym at the fucking apartment complex. And I lost 85 pounds, I think, just doing that.
I know that's right.
Yeah, and I was really dedicated, and it was crazy because, you know, when I saw this video, I thought to myself, like, I used to be the one in that, you know, complex every single week or every single day, and, you know, sometimes somebody would come, and it was small, so it wasn't like a big thing. It was like a little room, which is a treadmill and some workout equipment. And when I saw this, I was like, damn, you know, I could let somebody in. You don't never know, man. You getting trapped with, you know, somebody, and they just got ill intentions. And
you
shit.
Don't got your fucking key. You're not getting in by me.
Bro, listen, man.
Oh, it will be locked. The thing is locked.
Yeah, like where I
was
live,
locked. She opened it. I'm about to video real quick.
A fob to scan to get in.
Open it. Yeah, no.
You don't got your key fob? Go the fuck home and get it. If not, sorry.
Better go to fuck home.
Yeah,
go speak to management tomorrow.
Building, you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that fucked up that, like, you know, that's what shit is kind of falling down we're coming down to, that, you know, you try to do something nice, like just, you know, hey partner, I forgot my key and shit like that or whatever. Can you help me out? And you try to be the nice person and stuff like that, and then bam, look at what happens. You get fucking attacked by some meth head or some shit like that or whatever. Especially being like a girl and stuff like that. But I'm gonna play. Hopefully this shit starts to play. It's taking forever, whatever. But, you know, I'm always talking about stuff like this because it's always shit that I think about with you know, women especially, where, you know, you don't want people to sit here and take advantage of, you know, your wife or your daughter and, you know, this shit or whatever. Let me go ahead and share the screen. This shit's taking forever because I want to do something. Everything takes longer when you want to do something. That's how it just goes in life. All right, so this is it. So let's see if we can actually play the video. See if this is going to be the video without too much talking and shit. Oh damn! I should say no. I'm not playing anything. I refuse. Oh, brother, yeah, we had a big ass power.
Florida.
Oh, in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy in Florida, yo.
Yeah.
Something in the water or something. Play this little short ass video. Why are you fucking struggling?
Look, man, life's hard, okay?
Listen, even for the internet, you gotta pay that shit too. Still don't want to fucking play. All right, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, they gotta play a stupid ass ad first. All right, I'm gonna get this to play. But as you can see, the girl's over there, she's working out, and she's some brawlic ass chick too. She's like she was just ready to fuck somebody up.
Hey, great.
That guy made her day. But
see, that's some shit I would be. That's me. Like, make my day, motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell you, man. It sounds. I mean, the thing that sucks about it though is it sounds good. That's the guy right there. That's the guy who did it and shit.
That nigga looked like Childish Gambino.
Yeah, he looked like he was just waiting.
He looked like he's struggling.
Waiting to find somebody.
He does. He looked
Yeah,
like
if he did
Childish
meth.
Gambino.
He probably got denied.
Yeah.
He probably got denied food stamps, and he was like, "Man, fuck this shit. I'm about to." Fuck
He wanted
somebody."
to eat. Motherfucker wanted to
He was
eat.
like, "Yo, these motherfuckers." He was like, somebody told him that he can get food stamps, and they was like, "No, we go off the gross pay." And he was like, "Man, listen, I'm fucking somebody up today."
He was trying to get him some food.
Nigga was. I'm really aggravated that these videos don't never want to fucking play when I'm trying to play this shit. All right, here we go. All right, now I got to share it again. Hold on, here it goes. I'm playing it. I'm just gonna play it. Share. All right.
It got quiet.
Yeah, quiet as hell.
We was waiting for the video.
But several minutes later, the video still is.
Several minutes later.
2 hours later.
Okay, there it
Shit's
goes.
fucking
But
crazy,
There we
man.
go. There we go.
I'm so glad she got away.
I know.
So glad that young lady got
Oh
away.
my god, he body slammed that girl. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. He was fucking her up, man, for a second.
He looked drunk. When I seen it, dude looked drunk. And she's a very attractive young lady too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So as y'all see, like, one of the craziest things is like we were kind of just talking about before, like, somebody like getting mad and shit, when you're trying to do something fucked up to them and shit like that or whatever, like somebody getting mad, like, no, let me do this to you. Like, I don't understand. You saw an old girl, like, luckily she was like, holding her own. She wasn't just allowing some shit to happen to her. But in some situations, man, everybody's not always like a fighter. Everybody's not always like, maybe not as strong. Maybe this guy has some, crazy fucking, drug power or whatever that he could have had. And he really tried to overpower me at one point. Like, he literally was on top of her and shit like that or whatever. And so I want to talk about it. CA, like I said, it's like you're a regular on here. So let's go. I know you've told a lot of your stories or anything like that. Let's go to just some different shit. I'm gonna ask, have you guys ever had any kind of weird experience with a guy just like try to take advantage of the fact that he was alone with you, whether it be even just something like, hey, he wanted to say something and just, oh, maybe I'll get away with it or whatever. Let's start with Kia, because we haven't really heard anything from Kia.
Like a weird experience?
Don't act like you ain't had none, and share.
No
motherfucking creepy ass.
Are you trying to think to your weirdest or just the weird?
Like something that's like, I don't know.
Where you had some shit where somebody like tried to challenge you or test you or say something to you or whatever. Here, I'll start it off just to give you a little example. One time I was delivering ice cream. I used to work at I used to deliver ice cream to like gas stations, racetrack, Quick Trip down here in Georgia, a bunch of different places. And I was stocking one of the freezers or whatever in a racetrack, and I was in the back, and this girl came into the back room with one of the workers or whatever. And she was fucking mad, yo. She was going off, and she was said that a guy, she went into the men's bathroom to try to say, hey, I got to clean in here or whatever. And one of the guys pulled his dick out and showed her and shit like that, like just flashed her with it or whatever. And she was really mad, yo. She was really fucking pissed. She was like, oh, this motherfucker want to show me this shit and this whatever. And I remember sitting there and I was thinking, like, first of all, he went in the men's bathroom. I'm trying to think, is she exaggerating? Did he just turn around and just like do it when he was pissing, or how far was she in there? How much did she go in? I know sometimes they just like peek the door open, like, hey, we're gonna clean in a second. Can you please everybody just get out, or anybody in there or whatever?
He might have just turned like, oh.
Yeah. Like, I don't always just go like, oh man, this fucking pervert. But but then I also know like there are guys who are just waiting to take advantage of like a situation like that. Oh, I'm gonna show her. I've been waiting my whole life to do this and shit. So, that was weird. I was like, damn, that girl's gonna remember that shit for her whole life. This fucking nasty ass guy just like showing his dick, whatever, and she wasn't trying to do that shit. She was just working. So like something like that, like some crazy shit. You know, you ever had anybody like rub up against you on the bus or some goofy shit? Just try to take advantage of some shit.
I remember some shit now. It was some like I was young, so when I think about it, I'm like, it could have been some crazy shit. I remember me and my cousin, we was this one I was like maybe like 10 or something. We was like, or maybe younger. We was playing in the park. This white dude came out of the woods. He came out of the woods and he was like, and rewind. My dad was trying to buy me a moped. He was like looking to buy me a moped.
Oh shit! What do you? Like a regular conversation.
He was looking to buy me a moped. Yeah. So fast forward, we playing in the park. So this white guy, he comes up from the woods and he like, I'm selling a moped. And I was like, okay. Not thinking that he was like, oh, I'm selling a moped, but it's in the woods. You gotta go in the woods. And I was like, but I wasn't thinking weird. Like I was just like, oh, I gotta go ask my dad. So me and my cousin, we went back to my house, and my uncle came. He was like, "What?" The white guy was going. Now that I think about it, I'm like, "Oh my god, he was
what he was trying to do."
Yeah, fast.
And my cousin.
That fucking fast, yo.
Yeah, if we would have went in the woods, I could have been dead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how fast it happens, yo. Yeah, luckily you had the intelligence to isn't it crazy that just thinking back on that situation, like it's one decision. It's as simple as one decision that you make.
Some people would have went and not because I wasn't even thinking like he was being like we creep. I was just like, oh, let me ask my dad. Like, but he really was trying to kidnap us.
Yeah. It only takes one fucking little decision. Even that girl opening that door for the guy. Like Jay said, I don't open the door for nobody. Now you might take it as some asshole shit, but at the end of the day, you watch a video like that. Now you got to understand. I don't open the door. If you don't got a key, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know you. I don't want to open the door for you. Now somebody with a key can also come in there and try to do some shit too or whatever. But you have more of a likely chance of like, hey, this person lives here or whatever. If you're just making sure. So it's really crazy. So yeah, you got anything? I know you told a lot about your crazy stuff, but even at your comedy shows and stuff, you have guys try to pressure you or press you or something like that, like because you're a woman, they want to try to take advantage and shit.
Not at comedy shows, no. For the most part, people are pretty respectable. I mean, most people know my story. The crazy stuff. The guy that scoped me out for 6 months. Other than that, maybe when I was really young, I think I was under 5, some guy flashed his dick to me and my sisters from across like a major road, Tarsdale Ave, if anybody's in Philly. And I ran to tell my mom, and I just remember the police ride in the car after that because my mom threatened to kill him, and he called the cops like a fucking idiot. We had to go to court for that.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy that one person can drastically change your whole life, yo. We've talked about that on the show before, especially with something else we want to watch a little later. I'm not going to get into it right now, but one person's stupid move or stupid decision will drastically affect your whole life, yo. And that's one of the things. Like this girl, even though she fought off old boy, and apparently he got caught, and he found out for whatever reason, whatever he was trying to do, you don't know. You know how far he would have got. I mean, he looked really like Jay said, like he looked like he was drunk or maybe on something or whatever, and just doing whatever he was doing. But if he would have gotten further or did something, no matter what the outcome, that girl's never going to forget that situation in her fucking life. She's always going to know. She might be traumatized. Yeah,
I would never go in that place again. Like I'm sorry.
It's crazy, right? She probably went there every day.
Empty.
Yeah, that's another thing. But even with that, that's what I'm bringing me to my point. This whole thing is bringing me to what I kind of wanted to talk about. Now, we always have these conversations about these situations and what happens and this and that. What are some ways that you guys take preventative measures in protecting yourself when you're out and about?
Some great answers for this.
All right. See, I'm gonna hold off because I know this is like your realm here. You talk about this shit a lot. No, I'm not being funny. I know CA, and she talks about this a lot. This is her shit. Kia, I want to start with you once again, and then Jay, I'm going to go to you because even for us, like you just said, you know how the fuck we are. But go ahead, Kia.
You said,
what are some things you do? What are some things you do to protect yourself when you're out shopping, out doing this? Do you think about stuff like this? Like, hey, I'm alone. I don't got my man with me. I want to be prepared. Is there anything you do, or you kind of just go out and just say, I just hope nothing happens? Hope the cops are close.
I'm always like paying attention. I don't know, like I'm just paying attention. Like I'm aware of my surroundings. I got something on me. You know what I'm saying? It's something. You know what I'm saying? I just got that on.
Yeah.
But
they strapped
I'm
big
aware
cat,
of my surroundings.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
but you just gotta be. You can't be oblivious. That's the main thing for me.
Got you.
And then like I try to avoid like big crowds. I don't like going to like big crowds too. Like so that's just me.
All right, Jay, what's some shit you do? Preventative measures and shit like that, or whatever, for you and your wife, or just you too. Honestly,
for me, solo, I take the bus and train to work.
Yeah,
I have both of my earbuds in my head, listening to nothing. Both of my earbuds in my ear, listening to nothing, bopping my head, singing some shit that's on my mind.
Because people gonna think you're not paying attention, but you is paying attention.
I do that shit too.
I bop my head just left, right, singing a song. Motherfuckers quietly try to tap you to think since you bopping your head, you're not paying attention. As a man, I have my wallet in my back pocket because I don't like nobody touching my ass. So I'll know if it's feeling different back there. On behalf of my wife, I make sure when she leave the house, she go to work, she let me know when she get there.
Yeah.
Let me know as soon as you get there. Not when you get inside the house, when you come home from work, but let me know you got home. As soon as you turn our security system off, you get in the crib, I'll see you get in the house. You good. Let me know you good in the house.
Yeah.
Wherever she going, if you going here to go with your friends, let me know you got there. You know, first thing, as soon as you get there, let me know you are there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we gonna talk about this shit. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna talk about this shit right here. We're gonna dive deep. This is gonna go somewhere. I'm just letting y'all know this whole story is gonna go somewhere in a minute. It's gonna be very interesting for you guys, and I hope you guys watching. Yo, listen, y'all. I want y'all fucking chiming in. Y'all gonna find out something about me and IT Tiff here.
Just because that was one thing our father had us do. Aside from everywhere we went, my father knew everybody, so we didn't worry. But we was going up the block. Let me know you there. We ain't have cell phones back in the day, but whoever house you going to, use their house phone. Call our house. Let them know you good.
Let's jump in real quick. Maria said, my son gave me a knife that is about the size of my palm for protection. So legally, I'm covered if I need to protect myself. I used to carry pepper spray, and we all have 360. Okay, Maria. Yeah, we're gonna talk. Like I said, we're gonna talk in a second. Let's go to CA real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna jump in and tell you guys my story and my crazy fucking paranoia. Go ahead, CA.
Starters, I'm the same way. I carry a knife with me if I'm going somewhere that I am allowed to bring a knife, or I cannot carry my gun. I try not to bring my gun out of my house, just because even though I am licensed to carry, I am not concealed carry. So, and I don't like to just have a gun on my hip because I feel like that brings trouble. So I just keep that home. I carry my knife, and honestly, I do more damage. I took 7 years of Muay Thai. I do more damage with my knife in my hands anyway.
Shit.
Second, I always tell, like, the headphones thing is great, but not for women. I always only keep one. Whether or not music's playing is irrelevant, only one at all times. For that, I always also carry some kind of reflective surface with me. That way, if I need to check behind me, I can kind of play it off like I'm fixing my makeup, something like that, but I can also check my 6. And if women are, let's say, staying at a hotel or something like that, always wedge a chair underneath the door knob so that nobody can get into your hotel. And always check for reflective surfaces and mirrors by putting your finger up against the glass. You'll be able to tell if it's like two-way mirror or not. So Yes, I have PTSD. It's actually CPTSD. So I literally train like I'm going to die at any day. Like
wait, how do you check? How do you know if it's a two? How do you know if it's a two-way mirror? When you do that,
if your finger doesn't like, if your two fingers don't meet,
don't show. Yeah.
If the two fingers, like the reflection of your finger, doesn't meet your finger, then it's a two-way because there's panels.
Yeah, I heard.
But if
your
finger meets the finger, then it's a regular mirror. And
nowadays
lights, look for any blinking red lights. So
besides mirrors and shit, more now you have to worry about is fucking cameras. Them little hidden cameras is everywhere. I mean, they put them shits in restrooms, a whole bunch of different things.
I also suggest if you have an iPhone, like I have a family thing, I share my location with one person at all times, and they share their location with me at all times.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Whether or not I'm doing shady shit is irrelevant. It's got to be the person that it's okay if you're doing shady shit because they ain't gonna say nothing. So just keep that in mind.
All right, let me let you into Brian B's world. Now this is the shit, yo. This shit right here, like CA was saying, the PTSD and the trauma. Listen, I don't got no fucking trauma. My shit is I just like to be over prepared for every situation that happens and shit. And I know Jay is like that too, man. I don't fuck around. I try to make sure if something's happening, I'm trying to avoid it at any cost. And if I do have to deal with it, I'm over assertive on that shit. Yep. So it's like I am a gun carrier. I don't got no fucking permit. I don't got none of that shit. Every time IT Tiff went out today, first thing I said, I forgot to give her my gun or whatever. Put it in the car. I don't give a fuck. Have that shit somewhere if you need it. I didn't give her the gun, so I gave her the knife. Fucking knife gripping your hand. He got hand bangers, everything on that shit. Like Wolverine and from X-Men and shit. And not only that, but I show her how to use this shit. I show her how to use it. I put it in her hand. I showed her how to click the gun. I showed her how to every fucking thing. I'm always amping her up, putting her with everything she needs, everything she does to stay safe. When she goes, I fill up the gas tanks. I do all extra. I usually do the shopping for the house. And I'm not trying to keep her as a fucking prisoner. She can go out and do whatever she does. But if I can do it, I try to do it. That's my thing or whatever. Me and IT Tiff, we have a very, very trusting relationship. We love each other. There's no fucking thought process of anybody doing any kind of infidelity. Been together for 5 years. We got 3 kids. Nothing's even thought of. So we have trackers. Our kids have cell phones. We have cell phones. The Life 360, like Maria was saying. We all know what the fuck we doing every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds of the day. We know where we at. It keeps us good. She got in a car accident one time. Her father is on it. He knew she got in a car accident. Fucking came immediately to help her with the car accident. I was there too. We look out for each other constantly, yo. There's nothing. And you want to know something? Sometimes people do like, oh, it's paranoia. Oh, it's this. Yo, fuck you. I don't care what you say. No. I don't care what you say. I want to make sure my family is safe. I want to make sure my kids are safe
at all times.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important because you watch videos like that and you see just what can happen when people are just. I was driving and it was starting to be dark or whatever. And I saw this girl. I forgot where I was, but it was just this girl, and she was just walking down this hill on a fucking road that was like kind of curvy, and it was just trees, nothing else. Both earphones in the ear. Can't hear shit. You have the music on, and then something just happens. Somebody just comes up back and grabs you real quick, and shit is over with, yo. Things happen so fast, you don't have a lot of time to respond. Your brain is trying to catch up to the events that are occurring. And that's why you need to be on some preparation type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with girls walking at night. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry to fucking say it. I don't give a fuck what you feel like your feelings are or how you feel or, I should have the right to. Fuck you. But the thing is, you're not being safe. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got like your dog. Or if you just have to fucking do it, like have your dog, have your pepper spray. Like CA said, have a fucking rear view mirror strapped to your chest.
That's not what I said. A little contact check behind you. And you have to keep looking at the ground every so often if you're outdoor in the daytime so you can see if a shadow is coming up behind you too. Bro, that's another good tip.
It's real. When I was in Elizabeth in the hood and shit, listen, I didn't let people walk behind me. I never let people walk behind me. I still don't. Don't
Still
let
don't.
nobody walk behind me. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'll stop and let you pass.
And let you pay. Yeah.
I don't let people walk behind me. I
Oh my
never
God.
have
See,
my
I'm
whole
the
fucking life.
opposite. And I think that's because I like need a good fight every once in a while. I'll let somebody walk behind me because make your peace with God, bitch. Make your peace with God. That's all I gotta say.
Patience, bro.
Make sure you got your
I'll
shit
murder
set up
motherfuckers.
in order because it's your last day if you mess with me. That's all.
You gotta be
I
like
don't
you
really
said
take
about the
offense.
gas station. About the gas station when you getting gas, you gotta be careful with that too. That's why I'm glad you get gas.
Oh yeah.
Because they be trying to, they'll jump. See, Jersey, we don't, pump our gas.
Oh, you from
Lucky
Jersey?
you.
You from Jersey?
Ah, shit.
You could tell
Oh,
by
shit,
her
okay.
accent.
Yeah, Philly.
You
Yo,
could tell by her
we from
accent.
Elizabeth, yo. Yeah, we from
Oh,
Elizabeth, New Jersey. Yeah.
What city?
Yeah,
What city, Kia?
I'm in North Plainfield now.
Oh, you
Okay.
Plainfield. Okay.
Born and raised. Where you born and raised? Eastwick in the house right here.
Union.
Okay.
I'm from
Union County.
Oh, Union.
Union
Shit.
County.
Skate 22. We lived
Yeah.
at Skate 22, yo.
Yeah.
Lived at Skate 22. That was our shit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool as shit. Yeah, I know you was in Jersey. Yeah, Jersey. Yeah, you guys don't pump your gas. You guys still got the attendants in Jersey.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, I hear that a lot. Like people be robbing your car or
Bro.
jumping. Like you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, be in your back seat and shit. And people got this thing they do down here where motherfuckers leave their kids in the car, pumping
Stupid.
gas.
I hate seeing that shit, man.
Leave the fucking listen.
Leave the car
Leave
running.
the car running with the baby in the back seat. I've seen it. Like I said, I used to deliver ice cream all over Georgia, yo. Well, all over, my area of Georgia or whatever. And I've seen it. I've seen fucking women in thing. I remember this one time. It was this lady. She was getting something. I was waiting for my payment for the ice cream, and her kid was out in the fucking parking lot with the car running and the radio on, and the fucking baby was in the back seat, telling the cashier about the baby she had and shit. I'm sitting there like, yeah, bitch, not for long.
Shit, unfortunately, it's fucking reality. Stupid.
DHS just followed her on Twitter.
Oh, man, who?
DHS, Department of Human Services.
Oh, DHS, yeah. Shit, that I don't know if that kid made it. That kid's gonna have to fight for herself, stupid ass. But yo, that's the one thing that I always make sure that I really pay attention to, man. I got 2 daughters. I don't have time to worry if I'm being paranoid. I mean, I don't know if I'm going too far, but for the most part, I always just like to make sure, I give IT Tip the gun, I give her the knife. Jay came over one day just fucking randomly and just gave everybody tasers and shit. I do the same thing for my mother and shit. Yeah, for real. Jay came to the fucking house. Listen,
does it all the time with pepper spray.
see, yeah, I'm telling you, Jay came to the house with pink fucking tasers and shit, and I'm over here, my stupid ass. Jay, let me see if it works and shit. Trying to fuck around like I'm gonna tase myself and shit. And
my grandfather does all the time. He brings new pepper spray, things like that. You don't do the tasers, but he'll bring new pepper spray, new knives.
You gotta do it,
the
bro.
Swiss Army knives. I have like 100 of them.
Do it.
Yep.
Yo, here's the thing about the knives, though. Here's the thing with the knives, yo. Now you say to yourself, this is another thing I was thinking of too. You say to yourself, oh, okay, something happens. I got a knife in my pocket. That's just part of the deal, yo. Now, this is what can happen. Let a motherfucker attack you, and you pull your knife out and go to cut a motherfucker, stab a motherfucker. First of all, when shit like this happens, adrenaline's involved. So you're immediately, somebody's, instantly, you get hit, you get cut, you can get fucking stabbed in the heart, and, you won't notice it for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, your body starts reacting to the fucking situation because your adrenaline's going. So, people, you see it even like, the people robbing the stores and then they get shot and motherfuckers are still walking. Oh, okay. Shit ain't instant like in the movies. So that's another thing. And you ain't fucking Clint Eastwood and shit. You know how to hit people in the right spot.
Make sure you know what you're doing if you're carrying a fucking knife, period.
Bro, listen.
Otherwise, just carry brass knuckles.
It'll be your really death. It'll be your fucking death, man. You'll get murdered with your own weapon you brought to the party and shit. That's the worst. That's the worst, man. That's why if you got a knife, you got to know. Like I said, I teach Tev. I'm like, yo, don't hold that shit on some. Motherfucker going to say, fuck you up and take the. You got to take your knife, hold that bitch down, let the blade up, and go up. If you ain't doing that shit, up. You hitting fucking trying to hit bone and everything else. You got to fucking in the gut. Hard. And I teach them all that shit, man, because
I ain't go for
you don't want to be in a bad situation.
You gonna die today. I'm not the one.
Bruh, it's difficult, man. I think of this shit all the time. Like, you know, they went on the
today's
camping
reality.
Trip. They went on a camping trip one time, and I fucking gave my load IT Tiff up. Here's the bullets. Here's this. Here's that. Keep the gun here. But then you got to think, damn, what if somebody breaks in the car and fucking gets the gun first? And it's crazy, man, what you got to really consider in the world, man. If you want to keep your girl safe. I mean, for me, in general, I carry my shit. I can fucking fight. I don't care. Like, I'll go down with the ship. But I don't want them having to go down.
I practice with my knife daily because my apartment is set up like a really long hallway, and like the front door's at one end and my bedroom's at the back. And I literally just set up like foam targets, and I fucking chuck my knife just to test like how far I can throw it. Like, I could really be on some ninja shit if somebody fucks with me, because I've been practicing with this knife for years. The same one, the same fucking knife. So I know the weight, I know everything of that knife. It's the only one I carry.
Yeah. Speaking of this shit or whatever, let's go ahead and check out this next thing that I got here that I saw that was interesting, man. This is something talking about, you know, having weapons and stuff like that. So this is what I saw, man. I think everybody's worst fucking nightmare. You know, Florida. No, Florida. Yeah, you were right. So it's fucking Florida. This is something that's not new. This is something that's been talked about, you know, quite often, whatever. But a 3-year-old, bro, it's my daughter's age, fatally shoots himself after finding gun in parents' bedroom, yo. Sucky, shitty, bullshit situation, yo. So for some reason, I don't know what reason, and I don't know if we'll ever know the reason. The 3-year-old wandered in the bedroom and wandered into the end table. And when he got into the end table, he picked the gun out. He took the gun out, turned it toward himself, and shot himself point blank range. Man, that's fucking horrible, man.
See, that pisses me off, because where was the fucking gun lock? Where was the gun lock? If that gun is not on you, you should have a gun lock on it, or it should be in a gun safe. Period.
Yeah,
especially.
What the guy said was in this thing here, he said they weren't home. They were watching the 16-year-old sibling was watching the kid, and apparently the gun safe that he had was broke. The safe broke, so instead of he was just keeping it in the safe. I mean, and that's what he says. You know, I don't fucking know. He might have.
What I heard was, I'm irresponsible and I'm a shitty parent on top of it. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it really does suck, because, you know, like we're talking about now, we made it, you know, understanding that we have guns in our house and shit like that or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very open with my kids. I tell my kids a lot. I tell my kids, hey, don't touch my gun because it will fucking murder you. You know, don't do this. You know, whatever. It'll kill you. I'll tell them straight up. But I also let them know, like, you know, the uses for it, why I have it. You know, if anybody comes in here, I will shoot a motherfucker in the face. That's just how it is. I'm be honest with you. I tell my kids everything. I don't fuck around with my kids. But I also, like, you know, I keep my gun, you know, in a nightstand and shit. I keep my gun in my area, but it's not easily accessible. It's somewhere where I have it and I know they can't get to it. I properly do it.
But is it there when you're not home?
No, yeah, for the most part, no, not really. We're always home. And if I'm not, like you're saying, yeah, I carry it in my bag or I carry it in my car and shit like that or whatever. I always know what's going on in my house, but I understand, like, even when I saw this, like, IT Tiff was even like, you know, hey, you know, we got to make sure that we're taking proper precautions. You got to make sure that you're doing this, because I am more free than you know, a lot of parents probably may be as well. But what do you guys think? Like, you know, is it something? CA, have you ever had a situation with your gun where, you know, you talk to your kids about why you have one? Do they know you have one? And is it like a scary thing?
My son knows I have one. I mean, I come from a hunting family. Everybody's got guns. Like, it's abnormal to not have a gun. I mean, my son's already got a permit to carry a knife. Like, we don't fuck around. He's in Cub Scouts. So, but, you know, with my son, I don't tell him where my gun is. He's never seen it because he doesn't need to. He knows that I have it so that he feels safe and protected, but he's never seen it. I've never pulled it out in front of him. Anytime I've never needed it, you know? Yeah. Now, my knife, he's seen 1,000 times, but my gun, absolutely not. So, gotcha. And that's for that reason. I keep a gun lock on it because, again, somebody breaks into my house, like, I'll get excited. One time,
that's my shit.
I got excited. I grabbed my knife. I was like, I didn't even have pants on. I was just like, yes. And I'm running towards the front door and they were gone before I got to the door. I'm like, damn, man. because I get excited for that thing, but I'm not gonna pull out my gun for that. Now, if I hear several people trying to break into my house, then it's, you know, then I'm gonna pull out my gun. Because
I mean, no shit, no. Listen, fuck that. I'm pulling my gun out. I can fight and everything, but I'm not going to unless I have to. But I mean,
I've got some pent-up rage inside, and I'm psychotic. Remember that, not legally. So,
see, this shit is just like, you know, this was something else that I noticed too. Like, you know, they had a couple of these stories going on recently. Like, you know, when is the right time to actually shoot somebody? When's the right thing that's not going to get you fucking in trouble? And you want to know something? The rules in, you know, different states is what matters and stuff like that. But it's absolutely ridiculous. You have these things now where, you know, and it's been going on for a while, but these people will come and ring your doorbell at fucking 2:00 in the morning or some shit. And they'll ring your doorbell. The last one I saw, this bitch was on the store. Hey, excuse me. You have a phone charger? Listen, bro. I'm sorry. But for me, I'm opening the door. I'm definitely opening the door. But I'm opening the door fully fucking cocked and loaded, like
right at your head.
Ringing my doorbell right now.
Right at your head.
Simple fucking fact. And I'll tell you right now, I have fucking done it. No bullshit. When I was living in the house, it was me and my father. We were staying in an apartment, and this fucking lady was going by, opening the doors and knocking on all the doors. She was actually coming down the stairs, and she knocked on the door. I didn't come out. She walked away, and I came out with my fucking gun in hand. And she was coming down the stairs, and I said, "Yo, did you just knock on my fucking door?" I had my gun in my hand right on the side of me. I said, "Did you just knock on my door?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, I'm looking for my boyfriend." And I said, "Listen, don't lock on my fucking door no more. Just simple as that. Gun in my fucking hand." Yeah. And I'm sorry, but I'm telling you right now, because you see the videos where they do that shit, and then people are waiting around the corner, and people open the door, and the motherfuckers running around there and try to dump you. I'm shooting, bro. I'm not asking questions.
Yeah. Shoot first, ask questions later.
The thing that sucks, man, is sometimes considering like the events, motherfuckers will sit here and try to put you to jail for that shit. Motherfuckers will sit there and try to take you out. Yo, we got another guest. Oh shit, we got another guest. CL in the house. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Pussy Talks, we got CL. What up, CL?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Woo!
What's going on, CL? What's happening? Welcome.
Not too much. I can't hold it.
Glad to have you. Yeah, CLB, you be going in, yo. You constantly on shows. I love that shit, man. I love people working. But yeah, we don't got the regulars here this week. We got women. We got a women cast
we
today,
overpowered.
man.
I was thinking that
beautiful,
shit right
bro. Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, we if you've been following the conversation, we kind of talking about you know, we had a story about like, you know, safety, how you defend yourself when you're out. And it was a story of a 3-year-old found his parents' gun and fucking shot himself, man, and it's just devastating, yo. Let's just introduce you to the conversation. What's your forms of protection when you go out? Do you have a gun? You use something, or you kind of?
Yeah, I carry a 40 in my car, a 9 on my hip. Tell him to put his Jimmy on his dick. You know all that.
Oh shit! Got that wildness.
No, but I do carry. That's sad. Did the 3-year-old make it?
No, he died.
Unfortunately, no.
Fatally shot himself, man. And the parents said he had the gun. He had a lock. He had a safe for the gun. Which, listen, I don't want to be an asshole and be like on some whatever shit. I don't like safes for your gun. I think that's the fucking stupidest thing you could possibly do. If you get a gun to protect your house and somebody breaks in your shit and you got to go do a combination the right way, fuck you. Or find the key.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, bro.
Hold on. That is not supposed to be for if you have one gun. A gun safe is if you come from a family like mine and you have fucking shotguns and hunting rifles.
Yeah.
A variety pack, okay?
Yeah.
That's when you're supposed to get the gun safe, okay? Otherwise, you just set a gun lock.
You hear people say the shit like, now in the same token, you know, if you're not gonna have a gun safe, you want to have your gun because at nighttime you go to sleep and you hear your wife wakes you up, babe, there was a noise downstairs. I'm fucking grabbing. I don't want to sit here and get clocked in my head while I'm trying to, you know, fucking remember the combination and shit. But at the same time, it's like, you can't have your gun just like fucking laying on the bathroom counters of your kids and easily play with it like it's in Star Wars or some shit. So I understand the balance, But I have my shit so where nobody gonna get it. They don't even know what the fuck it is. They never know what it is, you know. And I have my shit. So
nobody
can get
you got a gun till they feel that shit or hear it.
Listen, bro. I got my shit fucking tucked in all different areas. I got weapons around my whole fucking island, machetes. I'm a fucking ninja in this bitch. I don't care. Like I'm gonna be ready. I'm a zombie apocalypse, whatever. Like I'm one of them type of fucking people, yo. I like to be prepared.
Real shit.
Fuck. Now I'm murdering motherfuckers too. Have you guys ever questioned yourself? If like everybody talks a tough game, but as people who've ever been in a situation where it's like if something happens, you face the facts and like, yo, listen, I think I could really fucking murder somebody if I had to. Like not like kill somebody, like, but if somebody's trying to like hurt you or take you out, like you could fucking take somebody out, man. It's kind of a scary thing to think about.
I would try to. I could, and I know I would, but I would try to deviate that situation as much as I can because so many times people have opportunities to walk away and not hurt somebody, but they want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
CA. I'm sorry, not CA. Go ahead. I'm sorry, CL.
Oh no, that's all I was saying.
Yeah. CL, I was actually wanting to touch you about just that. On your show, when I was on your show, you had asked a question about, when is the right time? This CL show right here, guys. So listen, CL asked this question. She said, when's the right time to smack a bitch? When's the right time to smack a motherfucker?
The right time and place to smack.
Time and place. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. And people kind of started answering. You always get like the funny answers usually are first or whatever. But then you think about it and you say, well, what really is the right time to smack somebody and shit? My response was, you want to smack somebody. You want to smack somebody probably for a lot of different things. The person taking too long in the fucking supermarket, arguing with the customer, got fucking 45 WIC checks, and they got one register open. You want to smack a motherfucker, right? That's not the right time. But you want to, but you can't. You're not supposed to. The fucking repercussions that come afterwards. So, the answer to the question for me is there really isn't the right time unless somebody's trying to physically endanger you and you're trying to do it in self-defense mode. But other than that, you really shouldn't be trying to touch anybody or hit anybody. But with the mentality, like, you if you had to, would you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you needed to, if someone was attacking your children, what are you going to do? Are you going to grab them? You see it all the time. Motherfuckers say shit and say, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. But if somebody's grabbing your kid, trying to grab you, put you in a fucking car, what are you going to do? Are you going to have time to go through your purse and find the fucking pepper spray underneath the lipstick and shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think about this shit. You think about it.
I would try to subdue them or disable them before I had to kill them to give them time to beg for their life. I wouldn't instantly go to kill them. I would. I'm just saying.
That's too much. Nah. Yo, CL. I'm not even against you. I feel you. I love your restraint. But the thing is, shit happens
too quick,
fast, yo.
Too quick.
You in that shit, and somebody grab, and you fucking got 20 seconds maybe to figure out, oh shit, this is happening. What's happening? What do I got? Where can I go? How do I stop it? That's it. And if you don't work quick in that fucking instant shit that you need, it's whatever's happening to you is happening to you for that first 30 seconds, yo.
And
that's what sucks, man.
But see, the thing is about that is that 20 seconds, if somebody else don't feel like what you did was justified, can still cost you your life, which is 25 with an L. That's the fucked up part about it, because you can say I was defending myself. If it doesn't look, breathe, and see how they perceive it, you still
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'd rather go down with a fight.
Period.
No, but she's right. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
I'd rather go down with a fight.
Can't go to court if they're dead.
You can't go to court.
Right, but
I'd rather go down with a fight.
They won't be in court, but you'll be in court because they felt like they weren't that at risk.
But they wanted defense, so I mean,
listen, tell them, review them fucking
sucks,
cameras.
Man. That's what sucks, though, yo.
No,
CL's right.
But see, here's the thing, right. Here's the thing: you could be a homeowner and shoot somebody, and they could sue you for shooting them on your property they was trying to steal in.
That's true. That's true.
It's a murder charge for that too, and they were intruding your house. Now you have to defend yourself. So I always say, keep bill money and bail money, because it is what it is in them 20 seconds. You gotta
make it.
I definitely feel you.
You're absolutely right, yo. And that was my point, CL. You said it exactly. That's the point I was making. Like, because they actually had, it was like this thing I saw online. I don't have this video, but it was a thing I saw, and it was like a training video, and it was like a kind of a virtual reality kind of interaction thing. And the guy was like, shooting at an intruder in his home, and the title of it was, "When is it right to shoot?" And you gotta question that shit. Somebody knocking on your door, 3 a.m. in the fucking morning. Hey, I need to borrow a cell phone charger. You don't need no fucking cell phone. There's 4 niggas around the corner that as soon as I open this fucking door, here's the charger, Johnny. And then bam, they're gonna bum rush my ass and my whole family. And now I'm tied up in my basement hoping that you don't rape my kids and fucking crazy shit. But
find the nearest gas station, motherfucker.
Like you said, CL, like you literally, how close does the law need you to be before you choose to take action on some life-threatening situation? That's what's fucked up, yo. You can't be killing people just, I thought he was gonna fucking, that's some cop shit that we dealing with now with fucking cops murdering, black people and shit because they think they're threatened and shit. But the fact is, you also can't wait for fucking, the shit to be too late. Oh, is it time? for the bell to go off and shit to take your gun out and take action and shit. So it's very difficult, man. We joke around, but if some shit really fucking happens, like CA, like, I know, like you said, you got your shit that happened to you, and it's like shit happens fucking fast, and you have to be able to kind of think about what's going on and how you're going to deal with it.
Because even if you deal with it the right way, based on how you feel, you can still have that trauma. That trauma doesn't just go away. You can still catch a case. It's a lot of shit. It's just a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
My thing is, if I feel like my life is being threatened, then you better have made your peace with fucking God. Fuck court, fuck the cops. Make your peace with God, okay? I'll go to jail 25 to life.
Did you hear the story about
I'll be all right.
the woman that was asleep in the gas station, I think?
Nah.
A woman was asleep in her car. I don't know where the fuck it was, but she was asleep in her car, and some dude was under her car trying to disarm some shit. Not disarm, fucking discharge some shit from under there. She woke up and ran the motherfucker over and killed him.
Shit. Should have.
He was trying to steal in that catalytic converter. That's real.
Oh, that. Yeah, I did hear about that.
She was asleep.
Oh, shit.
Then woke the fuck up. I guess she felt it or heard it and just ran the motherfucker over.
Hey, listen, that's his fault.
It's a wrap.
If I go to jail, I mean, that's some easy lying shit. I hope she didn't tell the truth. I meant to do it. I'd have been like, listen, I didn't know he was there. That's an easy lie. Why did you talk to him for 20 minutes before? Hey, listen, I don't fucking know.
It's basically the same shit.
I lied my ass off.
My bad.
What you supposed to let me go in reverse so I can have him fucking put the screw back? No, that just ran him over.
No, listen, I'd have ran
different scenario, twice. But it's the same shit.
No, it is, but I mean, yeah, that's a little easier to lie on. I mean, you open the door and pop.
Lie or not, face. Shit.
I mean, but at the same time,
come in my fucking house if you want to.
It's one of those things where it's like, 9 times out of 10, like I said, I mean, I'm gonna shoot to kill first. But the fact is, regardless, you can do whatever you want. This is what I'm saying before about, actually, considering what the fuck is happening. Like, actually thinking about, the results of what's happening. If you even have the ability to actually do it, and a lot of people will be like, yeah, I'll fuck them up. I'll do this. I'll do that. But at the end of the day, it takes a lot to be able to, take somebody's fucking life or whatever. I've said, Jay, I remember one time I texted you, and it was somebody I was waiting. I was getting my car fixed, and I hope this doesn't make me sound like an animal or anything like that or whatever. But I was getting my car fixed, yo, and this guy was in there, and he was like, it was early in the morning, and this guy was in there. He was playing music really loud, playing music on his cell phone, and I could tell that it seemed like he had something wrong with him. He had something going on or whatever, but he kept sitting right by me. I moved a couple of times. It was fucking annoying. And I kept kind of moving my seat or whatever, but he kept sitting by me. Now, if I can get out of a situation, like CL said, I try to get out of, I don't want to fucking be the one going through stuff. I don't even like dealing with stuff or whatever. But I do also know I'm definitely a big hothead. I have a switch that once it flips, It's a wrap.
It's on.
I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. It's just okay. I tried to get out of this. You're testing me. I know you're testing me. Now my flip is starting to teeter. And if it flips, my instant shit goes in. And it sucks because I deal with it in different ways. And I've been working on it my whole life. I'm getting better because of IT TIFF. But I called you and I told you, I think I was like, yo, Jay, I was like, I'm reaching a realization. Like I'm scared of myself sometimes because I really think that I can kill somebody. And I'll be one of them accident cases of I didn't mean to. I picked him up and slammed him on his fucking neck. And now I'm going to work. I'm going to jail for manslaughter. My whole fucking life away because I couldn't control my, temper because I felt like this guy was challenging me and I just had to take action. That's why, like CL said, it's important to pay attention to what the fucking ramifications of your actions are, man.
That's why I am so glad that I am diagnosed CPTSD. Because guess what? If I go to court, here's the medical records, bitch. Somebody already tried to kill my ass, and this motherfucker was trying to and failed. Guess what?
Yeah.
2 different scenarios, but the same result.
Yeah, man,
somebody
crazy,
stole your shit. That's the difference in the end result.
I've come to the conclusion that God don't want you and the devil don't either. So live this fucking life, baby. If they ain't got you now.
Amen. COVID didn't even want my ass, girl.
Oh my God, don't even want me. So y'all gonna have to deal with it.
Listen, man. Yeah, it's very interesting, yo. But here, talking about that, here's something else that I saw. This is some shit that pissed me off. Jay, I was talking to you about this a minute ago. But let me share my screen and show y'all some of the shit that I got here. All right, hopefully it works out a little better this time. All right, so this is some other shit that I saw. Speaking of retaliating and stuff like that or whatever, this pissed me off a little bit. Check this video out.
Are we supposed to hear it?
I can already hear what the fuck they're saying in my mind, so I don't need to hear them. See? God, what the fuck? What is God?
Anime sound effects and shit.
God, please. That's for them dummies. God, that's a code.
What did I didn't see a knife.
I think we lost CL. But yo, listen, this video right here, this is why this whole thing kind of I've been kind of talking about this today. Because I saw this video right here, and this is what spoke to me, yo. All right, so we're gonna go around the room and kind of talk about how they feel about the video and shit, and then we'll kind of talk about the video, or whatever. I'm gonna start it off because I gotta get off my chest, yo. This is what I'm talking about, CA. Jay, you already fucking know me. Like stuff like this right here, the part where I would have been stabbed. Let me just tell you, I would have fucking stabbed somebody too, but I would have been stabbed. The part where old boy in blue started walking up to just if there was IT TIFF or something like that. You playing a joke. First of all, I don't fucking know it's a joke. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know you. I have no idea about you. You're approaching my woman. You're approaching me and my woman hostilely, accusing me of something. This is not a joke. This is nowhere near a fucking joke. This is life or death. This is, like I said, I'm going to jail. Like
Listen.
Old boy walking up to me, it would have stopped right there. I would have switched on, and then I would have approached him, whether I pushed him, whether I got away, but it wouldn't, his approach was too much on my girl at that. So for them to continue and press the fact when you saw old boy got amped up, they didn't just back and say, oh, even though it's still wrong, but even if it would back, hey, man, we're just joking, man. It's just a joke. I'm sorry. I don't want to. And just respectfully, humbly bowed out and said, hey, man, I apologize. I went too far. Or even just at the very least, it's a joke, man. It's a joke, man. Hey, we're just joking. No, we're good, man. Don't worry about it. These motherfuckers not only did that, but they tried to press it even further. They said, hey, no, I'll fuck you up. I'll cut you and do this. Listen, bro. That's some shit like Jay saying. I always got something with me. Always. He would have said, I'll cut you. I'll do this. And I would have pulled my shit out and said, let's go, motherfucker. Let's go right now.
Ladies
Literally.
first.
It would have been no fucking conversation. It would have been no conversation. After you threatened me, you approached me, you threatened me, somebody's getting fucking stabbed, somebody's getting hurt, somebody's going to jail, whatever the fuck case may be. I don't give enough time to think about, oh, let him stab me. My thought is, all right, I'm about to get you first. All right, what you say? You're about to cut my face, but all right, I'm about to get you first. I got to get you first now. I got to hit you first now. Because I got to try to hit you so I don't get stabbed. But then if I do get stabbed, I got to try to hit you more so I don't get stabbed more. Like, if you've made it life or death for me. Yeah, or stab my lady, or stab my kids. Bro, you can't fuck
and
with
the thing
everybody,
is, two of y'all
man.
and one of me.
You can't fuck with
At that
everybody,
moment.
man. You can't fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that video? Let's go. Let's start with go ahead, Jay. Let's start off. What do you thought about the video, bro?
Crazy, ignorant, uncalled for. Uncalled for.
Yeah, man.
On my behalf, when shit like that happens, I'ma just tell my wife to walk away, honey. Keep your eyes open. Make sure nothing. You don't need to be this close to this. Not saying leave me all the way, but take a few steps. Go on that side. It looked like they were at an airport, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's the airport, yeah.
An airport or train station. I'm gonna go on that side and keep your eyes in this direction.
Yeah.
Be the first thing I would say. After that, I'm gonna speak to both of them. Listen, this is not the time, not the place. I don't know you from what I recall. I don't know if you know me from what I recall, but I'm gonna walk this way, you walk that way, so we can both enjoy the rest of our fucking day before it goes left.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, because who even knows if I'm gonna get to say that much.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, that's the problem. That's the fucking
problem. And as
problem,
soon as
bro.
I feel fully uncomfortable, this ain't baseball. You don't get 3 strikes. Plain and simple. I hope I don't kill the niggas. Hopefully I don't. But
see, hopefully they don't kill you. That's the shit, though.
Thing.
Hopefully they don't, because up until the point where, honestly, even when they say it's a prank, you still don't know.
It wouldn't have got that far, though.
You just got to take fucking thought into.
For me, it wouldn't have got that far.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, and you can see the person's recording and shit like that or whatever, but it's just like, you don't know what somebody's capable of, and then this person's threatening your life, threatening to stab you and shit like that or whatever. Terroristic threats. Like, watch the fucking video. They played it. It was on his phone. Check the shit. Whatever you got to do. I murdered this motherfucker. And I'm not saying you're just out looking for shit. Like, you're not looking for it. But I'm saying somebody's threatening your life, man. You're endangering my situation. I didn't do nothing to you. I don't even know you. You decided to play it on me, and you're going to threaten my life with your joke, and I'm supposed to just sit back and say, oh, no, he's just playing. I have no idea who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think, CA? How you feel about this? What if you was out with your man and something like this happened? What you expecting your guy to do? Honestly.
See, here's the difference with me. I'm not going to let him do shit. He's not even going to get an opportunity, because I am going to give you one fucking warning to back up and say no more words, or it's going to be the last day you're here. Period. The second you threaten me, especially with violence, whether or not you have a weapon or I saw it, you better fucking either go the other direction or make your peace with God. Like I said earlier, I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3.
Sorry,
you get
man.
one warning and that's it. And since bullet prices are so high, you don't get a warning shot anymore. You just get shot. So
yeah. I'm sorry to say it, but it really is like that, yo. It really is like that. I mean, you can't take liberties, man, when somebody's aggressively approaching you and stuff like that. Now, if you're telling me that you can see this, and if that man reacted, is at the same time, you don't know them, but they also don't know you. And for me, I don't know why that part right there, that's always the biggest thing for me. Like, whenever I get real heated and I get real amped up, like, that's my like lava and shit that's building up in me. I always say to myself, like, yo, these motherfuckers don't even know who I am. They're just completely taking a risk that I'm just somebody that they're going to be able to get over on. And that's what gets me mad. That's where my shit gets built. And I'm like, these motherfuckers just think that I'm somebody they can do this to. Okay, let me show them just how wrong they are. And that's always been my kind of mentality, to where I flip, man. And And just you're thinking that guy could have easily been, who knows, man? You don't know what people do. People do jujitsu, people do fighting, people are just straight fucking murderers. And these guys just come over here playing with somebody, with his girl, pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's already in defense mode. He doesn't want to look bad in front of his woman. He's going to try to protect his woman. There's so many factors into why this guy can literally just snap and rip somebody's fucking throat out.
Yep.
And these guys are just challenging it. It's a game. They're playing.
I hate these prank things. I hate seeing these YouTube
fucking hate
videos
them,
of pranking other people. It's not funny.
Stupid.
Bro, I fucking hate them so bad. I don't even care if it's the good ones where it's just, hey, they're nice, respectful ones. Don't fucking play with me. I don't want. Don't play with me. Unless I know you really. If I don't know you, really don't play with me. Have respect. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Especially for people who are out with their wife and their kids and stuff like that. If I'm by myself, that's going to be your best chance of getting a nice reaction.
Exactly.
But if I'm with my kids and my wife and you come up to me playing with my family and shit, you can fucking forget about it. I mean, I can't say that shit any nicer. You can fucking forget about it.
I hope you spoke to the one you love the most before you did this shit.
That's why I said make your peace with God. Make sure your will is in order, because I am not the 1, the 2, or the 3.
My blood is boiling. Just fucking. I'm telling you right now, like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you try so hard, and you guys here, like I said, I share all the time, like on the stuff that I do to protect my family, the stuff that I do to, you know, I got fucking boards in the window. I go all out to protect my fucking family, yo.
I've had such a situation kind of like this happen to where, like, my dad, and this was like right after my little sister died. We all gathered like at my dad's house, and all the kids were outside playing, and his neighbors had just moved in not long ago. And it was a Spanish couple. And apparently, like, he pulled my dad to the side to talk to him. And as soon as that happened, I saw the look on the guy's face. I sent the kids in the house because I knew some shit was about to go down. Now, remember when I say this, I keep a knife in my bra at all times. So they start getting into it. And he says, like, my dad called DHS on him or something like that. And my dad's like, dude, I haven't even been here. I've been burying my daughter, you know, because, my little sister had just passed. You know, he's like, I don't even know who you are. And I'm sitting here, like, trying to diffuse the situation, because I always try to do that first. I'm like, dude, DHS can't even tell you when somebody makes a claim against you. So you're wrong. Like, they did not tell you that. You're bullshitting. And I'm going to need you to step the fuck back, because none of us are in the mood for this shit right now. Like, at all. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So he looks at me. He looks at me, scoffs, looks at his wife, and says, handle this bitch. And I took one look at her, and she looked at me, and she backed straight the fuck up, because I am not, again, the 1, the 2, or the 3. And I literally make, like, the facial expression that I turn into, as opposed to the normal happy, bubbly CA, to the, you know, traumatized and angry CA is very different, because I black out. So I just looked at her. I was like, don't. You know, and she just backed right the fuck up. So I'm, again, you know, my dad's very peaceful. So he's like, you know, whatever, dude, whatever, fuck off. Like, my kids are here, don't even, and starts backing up to his steps. While as my dad turns his back to go up the steps, dude lunged at him. So within like a half a millisecond, here I am with my knife against his throat. I said, you get one chance, not two. Turn around, you know? And my dad's looking at me like, what the fuck? And it was kind of like right then I knew, like, I did take the time to tell him to back the fuck up and cut it out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can flip that fast, and I will slit your fucking throat with no hesitation. And even then, I still gave him an option. You got one option, not two. Back the fuck up. I could have slit him right there. You know? People got to stop playing.
Yeah. I think people definitely have to stop playing, man. And like you said, man, when you're with your family, I really respect people that really have like restraint. And I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I now that I'm older, you know, I'm way more out of shape and stuff like that. I'm not as quick to really, like, you know, do as much as I want. Like, I can let shit slide. I'm not just always ready to fly off the handle or anything like that or whatever. I take consideration into, like, you know, the consequences of actions and shit.
Well, because you got kids and shit too.
Yeah. You know, you have to. But it's just certain things where it's just like you do know yourself. And, you know, there's people out there who blow a lot of smoke and shit like that or whatever. But it's also a thing where you have to make sure that you're not testing somebody who is making sure that their family is protected at all times. And I think my family has brought out a whole different side of me. Like me and Jay, we've done a lot of shit. We've been through a lot of different things. As we grew up, like, you know, things happened a lot more, you know, walking around, Elizabeth, all the crazy shit and everything, like whatever. Like, you know, we've been hardened by things, hardened by stories, hardened by events and things that's happened. But one thing that I never thought would change me in a way is having a family and having to be the man that, they rely on me. I'm the strength. I'm the backbone. I'm the one that if somebody breaks in the house, I'm going for broke. You know what I mean? Listen, I feel like fucking not telling this story, but I kind of fucking feel like telling it a little bit. Jay, fucking, I'm gonna tell it. Listen, all right, I don't know. Listen live. I know there's a couple people watching right now too. I had an incident. I'm not gonna say who it was. But I had an incident in my house one time, and Jay was there, and somebody was drinking a little bit too much in my house, and they pulled their fucking gun out and started waving it around in my house.
Oh no!
And the person that did it, I was close to. Let's say that. And my retaliation was, he was on the floor, and I was trying to fucking kill him. Literally, like I saw black. I have fucking cameras in my house, and I never went back to watch the video because I never wanted that shit to happen. Jay, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jay grabbed the gun. And it was a very scary situation. He was waving the gun around my girl. My kids were right upstairs, and he was on some nothing will fucking happen shit. And I just fucking kind of snapped. Now I didn't snap as much because of who it was. I didn't snap as much as I could have snapped or would have snapped if it was somebody else. But the fact that I did it to who I did it to, listen, bro, there's no doubt in my mind that I will, like I said, I will accidentally kill somebody. And I'm not saying it to be tough. I'm just saying I understand myself. When I watch shit like this or whatever, I understand that I am the person that I will do it and then deal with the consequences after, bro. That's why it's very important. You can't just fuck with everybody, yo.
Yep.
You can't just fuck with everybody. It's so important, man, to respect people's boundaries and to not test people, and especially with families, but anybody in general, yo.
Yeah, because you don't even know what people have gone through. You get what I'm saying? Take me for example.
Really, exactly.
Like me, for example, half the people have no idea what I've been through, but if they step to me, they're gonna find out. Like, know.
Yeah, man. It's very frustrating. And Jay, with our fucking background, with your dad and all the different fucking craziness or whatever and shit like that or whatever. Like, like Jay said earlier, see, damn, I feel like we're just talking to us, but there's some people watching and shit. I don't want to talk about too much, but yeah, CA, we came from, Jay's dad used to sell shit and do different things, and we knew a lot of different fucking people because of it, and a lot of different crazy events we've witnessed. People jumping out of fucking windows and burn themselves with an iron. And, I mean, we've seen a lot of crazy shit, and to some degree, it's like because of that, I respect the fact that I was hardened in that way to kind of understand that kind of life and understand people's struggles and traumas and shit like that or whatever. But I never personally had to deal with it. I just had to know that it was available and know it was out there and know that you have to be careful. I mean, Jay, do you want to tell stories about the raids and everything else? Like we said we we're gonna talk about it, but I mean, I don't know if you're comfortable with the shit.
No, listen, go, bro. I'm comfortable. Shit.
Fucking raids in the house, people breaking in the house and jumping through the fucking window and trying to rob y'all, and somebody on the fucking floor.
We lived on the same, and
bro, man.
Let me see, 537, 544, 559. We lived on 3 houses in the same block because after a while, each house got hot. So my father selling drugs, we had to move to another spot. We lived in one spot where we lived on the first and second floor. And the one crib that we lived on the first floor, my father's problem was, God rest his soul, he trusted too many people. And I learned the shit from him. He was too friendly with people.
Yeah.
He'd have somebody that would come over to buy something, that would bring somebody, seeing how chill, relaxed he was, that would bring somebody. And several times, can't confirm who it was, folks came in on us.
Yep.
One time, he was at a show. I was home and my brother Al was home. Greg was with him. And my mother was in the bedroom sleeping. She slept with the window open. one night. We lived on the first floor. Somebody put a gun to her head. Can't confirm who it was because back in the day, cameras wasn't out like that.
Yeah.
No. It's a shame.
And to be glad that they didn't take my mother's life like that.
Yeah, man.
And next day we found out, like my father got home and found out, calls all around the neighborhood. We found out who it was. Because somebody told on somebody that told on somebody. My father into what he was into, he never had to do it himself. That's why just because my father's not here, that's why I don't fight as much as I used to. I'll make one phone call.
Period.
Yeah, shit used to be real, man. And me and Jay never really
something taken care of.
We told us it was crazy because we had one when we first started CA. We had one show that we did where we really got into depths in like the type of shit that we used to be involved in and stuff like that or whatever. And that was just like still some of the shit we used to be involved in.
Mm-hmm.
And it got fucked up. So we always took it as like as like a sign of like, all right, let's not talk too much about like old days and shit like that or whatever. But I say it to this day, like I even tell like IT Tiff or whatever, like and she's had a crazy fucking life too. But I even tell her like this different things and different events we did, and looking back on it now, it was never big. Like it was like, oh yeah, it was just that just happened. But it was normal life, and then we tell other people, we're like, holy shit, that happened. Your mom got thrown on the floor, cops coming to the fucking house, raiding and putting guns to your head, and fights in chicken shacks, and it was just the life that we were living. So it was never anything that was fucking like really outrageous. But growing up and knowing it was crazy because my uncle knew, Big Al and stuff like that or whatever. And he was telling my parents, oh, don't let them do that. Don't let Brian be around them. Don't and my parents, they didn't really know about it, and they didn't really know what was going on, all the different shit we was doing and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, knowing it now is it's crazy to talk about, knowing that that's where we came from. But even now when I hear about things, I'm like, the reason why everything is so doesn't hit me as hard is because we came from so much craziness, yo. Like I'm not scared to do shit because I'm like, oh, I've seen this. Oh, I saw that before. Oh, okay, whatever. This guy had a gun. This guy shot this person this way. Remember, like we tell the story about the guy. Me and Jay were sitting on the porch one night. We were just talking shit or whatever, and we saw this fucking guy get shot. And every time I tell you about the story, that was the same day that we saw that fucking duck get hit. This guy, it was a duck. This is fucking crazy story. It was a duck in the middle of the street. I don't know what the fuck it was a duck for in the middle of the street where we were sitting in front of the house, and these people were fighting down the street or whatever. And this
that was Anna Street, right?
Car, no, that was
where was that?
South Park. That was South Park
Street. Okay,
yeah, right at the fucking house in the end.
Oh, 658, yeah.
And this car came and fucking hit the duck, on purpose. That was the most fucked up part about it. I don't know, the duck couldn't fly or whatever, but the car ran over the fucking duck. I remember watching that, and I'm like, the fucking assholes at the duck. But at the same time, it was a fight down the street that was happening down the street, and you saw the fucking people fighting and stuff like that. And next thing you know, fucking shot this nigga. He landed in the street, and his girlfriend fucking crying right on top of him. And every time I tell you, Jay, about that shit, you remember that shit, right?
Yeah, because I think we went to school with him.
We saw his thing was hanging up in the store, and that's how we knew what it was. Because we didn't know who it was, but I never forget that day because that was the first time I saw somebody fucking die, yo. And that was like and I say first time because that was like the entrance
loud and clear.
I was like, holy shit, like this is what can actually happen. You know what I mean? Like, and that was what was so fucking crazy, man. Like this is what can happen. And like that was like really what really opened my eyes to like, hey, like the things that I'm doing, like things that I'm around, like do I want to be a part of this? And I stayed doing shit. I mean, luckily for me, I never was in any real shit. I didn't fucking go to jail until I was in Georgia. It's fucking crazy. But it's really crazy, man, when you really understand yourself and you see like what you're capable of and stuff like that. Because people talk a lot of shit. People blow a lot of fucking smoke until the shit gets hard, man. And then motherfuckers is like, oh man, I thought I'd do that. I thought I'd stab somebody. You know how it fucking feels to stab somebody? You know what you got to do? You know what adrenaline is? You know, you can stab somebody 40 fucking times, and motherfuckers still be coming after you.
And do you know how to handle yourself after? That's the question.
Exactly. That shit too.
Somebody is irrelevant.
After
it's whether or not you can sleep at night after. Can you sleep at night and like stab somebody and safely sleep at night and say that with absolute certainty?
I remember motherfuckers stabbing people coming in the fucking house and cleaning the fucking knife off in the sink and shit, talking about what they just did and shit like that or whatever. Oh, we just stabbed this nigga on fucking, Broad Market and shit. I mean, it's just a different kind of caliber, man. And then you see people in the airports just fucking with these poor people who ain't doing nothing to nobody, but you want to play a prank, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's why that shit it speaks to me different, yo.
Yeah, because then something happens and then all over the news, their parents are crying and shit. Like,
control your fucking children,
bro. Listen, man. That's exactly the fucking case. Yo, guys, we got kind of a small group today. They haven't got deep. Like I'm all in my thoughts and shit, fucking around now. But yo, listen, it was a good convo. We ain't going to stay as long as we usually do on the line tonight. But yo, it was really fun. Talking about this stuff. I mean, hopefully, like people really enjoy like the combo. People have actually been, checking us out this whole time. We've been watching. But I mean, for me at least, fellas, keep your women safe, man. Nobody's saying to be, don't hold them hostage and shit. But if you can fill up that gas tank, fill the gas tank up for your girl. If you can, do the shopping in your house, get your kids help out. Do whatever you got to do to keep your family safe, man. It is important. If you the couple that goes everywhere, that's cool too. But just be cautious, understand your surroundings, have a plan, all that good shit. You know what I mean? Anything you guys got to say in closing?
Same shit, man. Keep your eyes and ears open. Your head moving 360.
For sure. What you guys see,
Stay strapped or get capped, and always watch your six. Period.
Yeah, pay attention, yo. And your boy Brian B is always going to stay true, stay positive, pay attention. And we going to holler at y'all, man. Live on the Line is out. It's the earliest I think we ever was out.